Guys, you better laugh loud, because I derive too much self-worth from this, so really the pressure's on you. I've been doing a lot of soul searching lately. That's how old people tell you they still get high. And I realized, my personality, I'm not the kind of person who is like, tomorrow's another day. I'm more of a, tomorrow's another day. But I'm happy to be here tonight with you guys. You're beautiful. This is nice. Guys, I got dressed up for this. All right, I got dressed for this. All right. I got my new sneakers on. That's fun, right? Thank you. Guys, the thrill of new sneakers, it's a lot like the thrill of when you first have kids. I'm walking around all proud. People coming up to me like, oh my God, so cute. And in my head, I'm thinking, I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I know I'm gonna fuck them up. That's just parenting facts for you. I don't know, I guess we call my look sweatshirt sexy. None of your business casual. Given up chic. My husband heard that. He's like, oh, given up chic like Givenchy, the French design house? Yeah, and weird way to tell me you're gay. I'm used to it though, I am, because I used to be married to a European. We're still married, but he's only English now, so thanks, Brexit. Okay, I like to do that joke up top just to see who's down with the foreign policy humor. And dick jokes it is. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I'm a married Jewish mom. There are no dicks coming in or out of this mouth anymore. My husband's English, so it's mostly teabagging. But an English husband, it's great. It's a lot like being married to one of the judges on the Great British Bake Off. Super sweet and viciously passive-aggressive. I don't care for the presentation. That's how he tells me to change before we go out. Not quite how you hoped they'd have turned out. That's how he talks about our kids. It's a bit drier than I care for. That's how he refers to my banana bread. Okay, I feel like some of you thought that I was gonna say banana with the accent. Cheeky. Seriously, the worst thing about my English husband is that he had no inside information on the whole Princess Kate thing. I had to find out in real time, like you commoners. Awful. So sad, right? That poor woman. That poor, very rich woman. But my husband's actually great. He's an awesome dad, super supportive. Everyone that meets him loves him, which as a woman is so fulfilling. And as a comic, so disappointing. Nobody can relate to that. What's the old saying? Marry for love, divorce for jokes. Something like that. My husband and I are really into the idea of divorce. But just the part where we get to get rid of our kids every other weekend. That sounds sweet, right? Only there was a way. No, but I don't delight in other people's misfortunes if I like them. But the other day, my friend told me that she's getting a divorce, and I was so excited to go meet her out at the bar. She walked in, and I was like, let's get ready to bumble! You guys don't understand. Like, my last friend that got divorced was like 10 years ago, and I thought of that like 8 years ago, so I had been sitting on it a while. But to be fair, like, I think divorce just looks like too much work. You know, I'd have to update my resume and my dating profile and my face. That's the best part of getting married, right? I don't have to give a shit what I look like anymore. I mean, it's giving unavailable, not that you were wondering. Don't get me wrong, I love my husband, but I really love not working out. I mean, obviously that's not the best part of marriage, you guys. The best part of marriage is that I don't have to fake going for the bill anymore. Oh, no, let me, oh, what, oh, are you sure? Oh my God, thank you. I'm sorry, feminism, but I am done with that charade. Ridiculous. I don't know. Guys, I've been married so long, though, I've never received a dick pic. No, sir, that's not an invitation. The closest I've come is one day I was on a Zoom and my husband handed me a Post-it with a picture of a penis he had drawn on it. Guys, I'm so old, my dick pics are illustrations. I don't know. My mom has informed me that in the event of a divorce, she will be going with my husband. She keeps reminding me. I'm like, I feel like you want me to be upset. I'm not. Stop making divorce look so good. I don't really talk about my mom a lot in my comedy, and it is killing her. You have to understand, comics, we have two types of people in our lives, right? We have the people that really want to be part of our act, and we have the other people that never want us to mention them. My mom is desperate, like always asking, so when are you gonna do one of your little bits about me? Whereas my dad left when I was 9. My mom raised me on her own. She likes to say that she was both my mother and my father, which I just assume was for all the times I told her to go fuck herself. But it's weird that I don't make jokes about her, because growing up, I always thought Jewish moms were really funny. And then I became one. Wah wah. Not so funny from the other side. Becoming a Jewish mom, very simple. Step 1, start most of your sentences, oh no. Step 2, answer every phone call. What's wrong? Yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. Pretty simple. My mom is a very successful actress. I mean, you haven't seen her in anything, but the woman hasn't gotten a speeding ticket in 52 years. She looks in the rearview mirror, she sees lights and thinks, camera, action. I have 2 kids. Anybody else make bad decisions when you're drinking? Yeah? Fun. My friend was like, but you know, you chose to have kids. And I did. I always wanted to be a parent. In hindsight, I think I only ever really wanted to be a dad, though. Specifically, my dad. My kids are 9 and 12. I'd be done. I don't know, but parenting's so much different to when we were growing up. Like, our parents had one goal: die first. Meanwhile, I'm out here trying to raise not a school shooter. Our parents had to keep us off of milk cartons. I gotta keep my kids off OnlyFans. That's not the same job. It's not. I don't know. My daughter is 12, which is cool, because we are finally the same age emotionally. I mean, we're pretty much the same person at this point. Moody, sweaty, love a sexual innuendo. I try not to laugh at them in front of the kids. I do, but it's hard. So very hard. I told you I'm 12. Oh, I don't know. I think a lot of parenting, though, is about perspective and point of view. You know what I mean? Like, if I lock my kids in their room, that's child abuse. But if I lock them out of my room, that's just self-care. I think child abuse is wrong. However, I think we could probably work on the punishment a little bit. Like, you mean to tell me if my kids have brought me to the absolute breaking point where I could even think of hitting them, and your threat is you're gonna take them away from me? Go on, I'm listening. Oh, you're gonna send me off to live in a room by myself where I only have one bed to make every day? Lights out are at 9:30? All my meals are cooked for me? That's not a punishment. That's incentive. Just make me do it, no. Have you guys heard of the baby Hitler moral dilemma? That's like the question, like, if you could go back in time and kill baby Hitler, would you, right? It's, would you take a life to possibly save lives? But then there's the whole nature versus nurture. Like, surely you just take the baby off and raise it, right? You know, like, I'm a mom. I couldn't kill a baby. But if you gave me 10 minutes to get out of the house with a toddler Hitler who was refusing to put his shoes on even though he's been asked 46 times, I could prevent some atrocities. I don't know. I think if I could time travel, I would just squander it. Like, I'd just go back and cheer myself on, you know? Like, I'd go find baby Lindsay, like, you don't appreciate being pushed in a stroller enough. It's gonna be another 90 years until they push you around while you babble nonsense and shit yourself. I'd go back to high school, man, and be like, hey, it's me, it's you, I'm you, yeah. Oh, this? Oh yeah, there's this thing called keratin that's coming. Change your life. Yo, you're not gonna have to wear a bun every day forever. And you'll grow into your nose, kind of. But listen, I'm gonna need you to be patient, okay? Because it's still gonna be about another 15 years until you peak. And then another 10 years after that until you realize you peaked 5 years earlier. And you're always gonna be pretty awkward around boys, daddy issues. But you know what? Oh, you know, like Doug Thompson? Yeah? Oh, no, he's never gonna love you. But one day, you'll get to watch him grow old, fat, bald, married, divorced, married again, divorced again, take some spiritual trip on ayahuasca with his third cousin, and come back and get really into his model train set on this thing called social media, on this other thing called the internet. The point is, pound key, it gets better. My kids asked me before I came out, they're like, Mom, when do we get to watch your comedy? I don't know, guys. How old should your kids be when they find out you used to do drugs? And while I have you, how old should your kids be when they find out you still do drugs? Because it's not covered in any of the baby books. I recently got AirPods. Please hold your applause. I didn't get real AirPods. They're expensive. I got the cheap ones. But honestly, I feel like I'm less attractive to a mugger now. You know? They sneak up behind me like, oh wait, what are those? The ones from Walgreens? Oh, this bitch has no money. Plus, they're tiny, and I'm irresponsible. All right, put it this way. If my kids were this size, I would currently possess 0 children. The problem is, now I'm just another one of those assholes walking around looking like I'm talking to myself. Like, those white wires were the only thing keeping other people from thinking I'm crazy. Which is a little ironic, because those white wires were the thing driving me crazy. Oh my God, detangling them every day? Like, come on. No podcast is worth this agony. Oh, I mean, except for all of yours, I'm sure. That's a joke about the fact that too many people have podcasts. I don't have a podcast. I already have a family that refuses to listen to me every day. Felt redundant. I told that joke to my husband, and he said, "Did you say something?" I don't know. I look at AirPods the way I looked at dating in my 20s. I go for the shittier ones, so I'm less disappointed when I inevitably lose them. Even though they're not as enjoyable to listen to and they don't fit in my holes properly. Hey, listen, guys, it has been my absolute pleasure to be away from my kids. My name is Lindsay Barnes. Thank you so much.